Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm FlipArtz. We're back here on Fortnite taking a look at your Battle Pass challenges for week number 8 here of Season 9. Now, just before we do get into the video about all the challenges that you guys need to know about for this week, I just want to let you guys know that I do stream a lot, and I am streaming over on Twitch at twitch.tv/FlipArtzLive. Now, a lot of you guys have been commenting on my recent videos asking why I haven't been streaming here on YouTube, and the reason is just because I need to make sure that this YouTube channel stays for just the video content only. For the most part, if there are any special events going on, I will stream another one here on YouTube again, but for the most part, everything else related to just streaming in general, just having fun, playing with subscribers, viewers, and all the good stuff is going to be over on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/FlipArtzLive. The link will also be down in the description below, so make sure you guys go and click that link, drop a follow, maybe even a sub or a Twitch Prime sub if you guys have one available. That way you guys can come and play with me, watch, come and interact with the chat, and all of that good stuff, and I'd love to see you guys there as supporting me with my streaming career as well. But with that said, let's get into all 7 of your challenges for this week here of week number 8 of Season 9. So coming in for our very first challenge, it is going to be to apply shields, and to complete this challenge, you need to go and apply 400 points worth of shield. Now, I think I mentioned this last week for week 7, however, it seems like there was a mix-up with what was actually being given out with those data mine files. There's a little bit of a mix-up here and there, so hopefully this week for week number 8 here, this challenge is going to be the correct one, where it is going to be to apply shields, and to complete it is going to be worth 400 points worth of shield. Now, in last week's video, if you guys did watch it, I did mention a couple of ways to do this, as well as it's kind of also just straightforward of how to apply shields for yourself. There's obviously many different ways. You guys can use minis, you guys can use half pots, you guys can use slurps, you guys can use a chug jug, and of course, if you guys happen to be in certain areas and you guys just don't have any access to using consumable shields, then you guys do have access to picking up the mushrooms off the ground or hitting trees to get the coconut. But aside from all those items there, we also did, from a recent patch update, get a new consumable item, more of a throwable item, which is the Chug Splash. And if you guys still don't know what it is at this point in time, basically it's a consumable or throwable item where when you guys throw it, it's going to look like a 6-pack of pop or a can of soda or anything like that. You guys throw it and it's going to go and do a splash effect around you or wherever you throw it, and it's going to go and heal that person for 20 points of either HP or shield, depending on what the case is. And so because with the Chug Splash, you're not only able to heal or shield yourself, you can also heal or shield your teammates as well as nearby enemies if they're in that close of a proximity. So when it comes to this challenge for applying at least 400 points worth of shield, you might be able to get away with getting a little bit of extra points out there using the Chug Splash with your teammates, especially if you guys are playing something like squads, where normally if you guys were just to use a mini on yourself, that would be at least 50 points, but because the Chug Splashes actually give about 20, and you can stack up to about 6, and you have 3 other teammates alongside yourself and nobody has shields, for example, when you guys throw it down, that's going to be 20 points per person for using one Chug Splash. And so because when you guys do throw it down, and you guys are going to be hopefully in a party of 4, obviously including yourself, so you guys are going to be playing in squad, that's going to be an easy 80 points for using that one Chug Splash. And because Chug Splashes actually come in a set of 2 every time you guys do pick them up off the ground or you guys find them in a chest, that means that you guys have 1 extra Chug Splash available. You throw it down, that's another 80 points. That's 160 points right there for using 2 Chug Splash. So for this challenge, although it says apply shields, if it also counts to applying shields to yourself as well as to your teammates as well, that's going to be a quick and easy way to go and actually complete this challenge. So now moving on to the second challenge here, it's going to be to visit different clocks, and to complete this challenge you need to go and visit 3 clocks. There's actually 3 clocks on the map, and if you don't really think about it, you won't exactly know where these are. So for the first one, we can already tell that this one's going to be over in Junk Junction, which is basically the old one that used to be in the old Tilted Towers, the broken down one over there. So when you guys go to Junk Junction, you're going to be able to find the broken down kind of clock tower over here, and that's going to be your first one for this challenge. For the second clock tower, you're actually going to be able to go to the new Tilted Towers, which of course here is called Neo Tilted, and go to where the clock tower there was before. And here it's not really going to be the clock tower that we know about with the big clock on the side, but it's going to be kind of obviously the more modern or futuristic kind of clock where we have that hologram going around with what time it is in game. So when you guys go over here, that's going to be your second location for the different clocks. And then going in for the last and final clock location, you guys need to go and head over to Happy Hamlet. That's where you guys are going to be able to find another clock tower right there, and once you guys get there, that is going to go and complete this challenge. Now heading on to our next challenge here, it's going to be to eliminate opponents in Snobby Shores or Mega Mall, and to complete this challenge you need to get 7 eliminations. So obviously with a challenge like this, I do mention this every time we do have these weekly update challenge videos, when it comes to a challenge like this for eliminating opponents in a certain area, in this case 2 areas, Snobby Shores and Mega Mall, that does mean that these are going to be your new high octane areas for the remainder of the week, or at least the next couple of days. So once the challenges do go live here, do not not be surprised that when you guys head over to something like Snobby Shores or Mega Mall, although Mega Mall is pretty much a high octane area for the most part, that there are going to be more people here than usual. Now heading into our next challenge here, it's going to be a very simple challenge. This one is going to be to damage opponents with assault rifles, and to complete this challenge you need to get 500 points worth of damage. Now this challenge is pretty self-explanatory, pretty straightforward, so I don't really need to do too much explanations. The only thing I can really tell you guys is if you guys really want to get a lot of damage put onto an opponent very quickly, just try to aim for the head. For the most part, you guys can go and get an easy 70, 80, even 100 plus on a headshot, depending on what gun you guys have. For me personally, I do love using the, legendary and epic infantry rifle when I can get my hands on it, because those things just do a lot of clapping work. Of course, obviously, if you guys opt to get something like the Scar or the tactical AR, you guys can just put a lot of smaller damage down range really quickly and still stack up probably the same amount of damage in that time. Now heading into our next challenge here, it's going to be a 5-part stage challenge, which is going to require you guys to go and land at different locations, and of course this does mean you guys have to do this in different matches. So for the first part of this challenge here, or the first stage, it's going to be to land at Paradise Palms. For the second stage, it's going to be to land at Neo Tilted. For the third stage, it's going to be to land at Mega Mall, and then for the fourth stage, it's going to be to land at Pleasant Park, and then finally for the fifth stage, it's going to be to land at Junk Junction. Now moving along to our second last challenge here, it's going to be to use a volcano vent, an air vent, and a zip line in a single match. Now this challenge is pretty straightforward, as it basically tells you exactly where you need to go and what you need to find to get this challenge completed. It's just being able to complete it in a single match, and the best way to do this is by landing around the volcano area, around the pressure plant area. Go and use one of those volcano vents right away from the get-go. That's going to be one part of the challenge completed. From here, I would suggest taking that volcano vent to any of the zip lines that happen to be around that location, because there are plenty of zip lines in that location as well. So you guys can go and take a zip line that's around like the jungle area, kind of around the Sunny Steps and Lonely Lodge area. There are plenty of zip lines to go around, and then from here you guys can actually make your way towards the sky platform and go and take the slipstream all the way up, and then you guys can go and glide to the top part of the actual sky platform, just under where the antenna is. Usually there's like a chest there, but on the sides of those top parts there's usually an air vent. So you guys can take that air vent, and then that's going to go ahead and complete this challenge. If you guys want to go and do it kind of like in a different way, you guys can start off at the sky platform and then use the air vent, jump off, take the slipstream, and then go either into a zip line or a volcano vent, and then go and complete the other end of the challenge, and that's going to be it. And then you're basically going to be able to get this challenge done within the first couple of minutes. And so moving on to the last and final challenge here, it's going to be to get eliminations outside of named locations, and to complete this challenge you need to get 5 of those eliminations. Now this challenge might seem like it's a little bit difficult. It's not really that difficult at all. However, it just depends on how big the radius of the outside of an actual named location is. For the most part, if you guys just want to get a good quick tip on how to actually get this one done, for the most part, usually when you guys see where the storm circle is going to end up, you guys can go and kind of like camp on the outer ring of that, because for the most part you are going to be on the outside of some other kind of named location. For example, if the circle was more on the east end, some people would be camping on the outside of where people are going to be coming from Tilted Towers going towards Salty Springs. You guys would be kind of in that in-between area, and that would be a good place to go and get those eliminations outside of those named locations. But for the most part though, like if you guys are pretty much anywhere near one of these sky platforms, you guys are outside of a named location, so you guys can kind of use those things as a key point to be able to know if you guys are outside a named location, and then get yourself those eliminations. And so that's going to be all the 7 challenges you guys need to know about for this week here of week number 8 of season 9. However, if you guys do complete any of the 4 challenges this week, you guys will be rewarded with 8,000 XP towards your season level. And of course, if you guys complete any of the 6 challenges this week, you guys will be rewarded with a Fortnite for your Fortnite challenges. But if you guys do complete all the 7 of your challenges, which you guys should be doing every single week, you guys will be getting a part of your Utopia challenges done, which will reward you guys with a loading screen this week. And I'm going to be updating you guys with a separate video here on the channel talking about the Utopia challenges for week number 8, talking about whether or not we will or will not be getting a battle star, and if you guys are going to be getting an extra Fortnite because of this loading screen from this week. And so that's going to about wrap it up for today's video, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and hopefully I was able to help you guys out. If I did, remember to drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on post notifications here on the channel by hitting that bell icon next to the subscribe button. Also follow me on Twitter to stay up to date with everything going on regarding my videos, my channel, my streams, and myself. And of course, like I mentioned earlier in the video, guys, I do stream a lot. It's not here on YouTube, it's over on Twitch at twitch.tv/FlipArtzLive. Everything you need to know is going to be down in the description below of everything you guys can follow for my social medias, my Instagram, my Twitter, my Facebook, my YouTube, my Twitch, all that good stuff. So thank you guys again for watching. I catch you on the flip side. Arts out.